Real quick, started in MLM back in the early 2000s, came online in 2008 because I got tired of chasing people, folks. Okay, and you guys probably felt the same way. So here's the deal. Came online, met a couple of mentors, learned the marketing game, and fast forward to 2012, became a full-time online marketer, okay, in the area of affiliate marketing with the emphasis of passive income. And that's why you guys are here tonight, because you want to learn, okay, Ontarian, how do I make passive income? What is the secrets to making passive income? And what we're going to share with you tonight is going to be life-changing. Again, I want you to pay close attention, take notes, because your 2020, I believe for a lot of you, is going to be a breakthrough. All right? I'm going to say this right here, right now. The devil is a liar. He's not going to stop this movement. He's not going to stop this train. We're going to proceed. We're going to help 1,000+ families break free financially in 2020. That is my mission, and it is going to happen. Okay? So if you believe that, go ahead and drop me a number 7 in the chat. Drop me number 7 on Facebook if you're checking this out. Believe it, and you will receive it. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to bring on one of my best friends, great business partners. This lady, guys, and she's a grandma. This is the grandma 12 I've been telling you about. This lady is phenomenal at what she does. Okay, I want you to listen closely to her story. And I want you to pay attention to the words that she tells you, because they are going to change your life. And we are all in connection to change thousands upon thousands of lives going into the new year. So without further ado, Estella, are you there, sister? Let me go ahead and unmute you here real quick. You there, Estella? I see you here online. There we go. You there?
Can you hear me? Yes, yes,
I hear you loud
yes.
and clear now.
Beautiful, beautiful. A little bit about me. My name is Estella McCoy. I call myself the real McCoy because God made me that way. He's given me another chance. I came from a very abusive background as a child, but you know what? That did not hold me back, because I believed that there was something better for me, and I walked into that belief by speaking life into my own situation and setting the atmosphere, to what I wanted. So I'm strong in the mindset, because without that, we can walk around and say, no, this is not going to work for me. It's a scam. It's this. And I've tried a lot of things, guys, online. Did they all work? No. Okay. But I met some mentors and got involved in the online space and direct mail, space, and I started to become successful. But also had traditional businesses, but the businesses really had me, guys. I was always working, never had time for anything, got sick. But again, God raised me up, and here I am again today. I met some mentors of mine, a gentleman, his name is Dr. Spiller. He is a very well-known person, millionaire, documented in the Forex exchange space. And that's where I found freedom, guys. And this is where I have 12 grandkids. So if you hear some running around, please forgive me, but they're contained right now in another room watching TV. But I'm a person that believes in God, and I will never, deviate from that, because without him, I can do nothing, but with him, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I'm well connected with Dr. Spiller and his family, so I'm truly grateful to be a student, because I'm always a student learning what's out there. I make passive income every day, so there's different things that you can do, and Dr. Spiller is going to come on here, and he's going to share some information with you to answer this with you that can give you financial freedom. Answer that phone and see what we have in store for you because it's powerful. I've made substantial amount, yes, amount of money with this trading, and it's hands off if you choose to. But he's going to come on. He's going to share with you his heart because he is a man of heart. Is he on here? Okay, so he's going to come on here in a minute, and he's going to share with you the vision that we have. I just came from Hawaii. Was island hopping, and we had a Hawaii tour over there. A lot of people, Hawaii is very expensive to live, so a lot of people up there were just phenomenally floored by the income that they made in a matter of seconds and minutes. And this can happen for you. It's education, everything. We go to school, you know, and pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for college for a degree that you will probably never use and be in debt. So be encouraged, and I recommend for you guys to take notes. I'm going to bring on Dr. Raphael Spiller. He's my mentor, my friend, my confidant and my financial advisor. So I'm truly grateful to have him come on. Ontarian, can you bring Dr. Spiller on? He's on.
Yes, I got him right here. Dr. Spiller, you there?
Yes, I guess I'm here. I'm hoping you guys can see me.
We can't see you though. We just see your name.
I'm looking at myself, so I'm hoping it's working now.
Okay, there you go. We see you now, brother. You're on.
Oh, man, thank you so much for having me on. I definitely appreciate getting on this evening, sharing with so many of you who are here what we're doing to change lives around the world. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a husband. I've been married now for over 19 years. I've been with my wife over 22 years. We have 3 beautiful children. My oldest will be 18 this year. My middle daughter is 16, and my son is 14. And I can tell you that God has truly done some miraculous things in our lives over the years. And the fact that I get to share with you my heart, my passion is indeed a privilege in and of itself. So I'll just briefly share with you, in 2016, my wife and I were in dire straits financially. And with us being in dire straits, we were trying to figure out what we could do to change our lives, or what we could do to change our situation. I don't know if any of you can relate, but we had foreclosure, working on the 2nd eviction now. And every time we thought we were coming out, and every time we thought things were going to change for us financially, it seemed like something just sucked us right back in. I know all things work together for the good, and that's what we held on to until this solution presented itself. A gentleman that I know very well, he was at the time 33 years old. He had earned over $11 million in investing. We recently reconnected in 2016, and he asked me a question when we were talking. After he asked me how I was doing, and I just said, we put on fronts, you know, like, oh, I'm doing well, but you know you're not doing well. But what ended up coming out of it, he started asking me some questions about my finances. He said, hey, over the last 10 years, you made deposits in your bank, right? And he says, but how much of your bank paid you in interest? And I said, nothing. He said, if there was a way that I could teach you a skill, and this skill would allow you to multiply your money for the rest of your life, would you be interested? And I said, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be interested? First thing that clicked off to me was, uh-oh, he wants me to sell something, and I'm not selling nothing to anybody. That's not something I wanted to do, and that's what I thought. But then he said, no, I'm talking about you learning a skill. And said, if you learn this skill could pay you for the rest of your life. He said, but not only can it pay you for the rest of your life, this is a skill that you can teach your children. He had my attention, and wasn't too long after that I enrolled into a financial university where they were teaching us how to multiply our money with trading. And when I'm talking about trading, I'm talking about day trading. Immediately got intimidated when I saw the information, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I can learn this or understand this or know this. And immediately that intimidation just came over me. But I fought through that intimidation and say, hey, what do you have to lose? And don't all stories sound like that when a person has a major breakthrough is because he pushes through something that he didn't feel like pushing through. And that's where I was. That's what happened to me. I knew that I had a son. I didn't want him to see his father not being able to provide. I have daughters. I'm like, I want to give you an expectation of what a man is supposed to do for his woman. Like I'm taking care of your mother. This was situations that I was in, and it was hurting and hurtful. So I knew that I couldn't retreat. I had to progress. And I realized something in my years now that we're completely in a different financial situation. Success is given to those who persevere. I persevered. I enrolled in the courses. I started learning how to trade. That was 2016. I wish I could make it sound more miraculous than it really was, but it was really miraculous in the fact that in that short period of time, I have made multiple millions of dollars, but not only have I done it, I'm now teaching others how to do the same. I'm teaching you a skill. That's what I like to do. If you're listening to me right now, it's all about teaching a skill. Guys, and I hope these facts stir true in your spirit, because whenever you want to control the economic power of a people, make sure you strip them of skills. Whenever you want to control the economic power of a people, you just strip them of skills. And if you remember, when I went to school, they used to have skills in school. Come on, you could do metal shop, wood shop, auto mechanics. They don't have any skills in school now. They're only teaching tests. Why? Because whenever you want to control an economic populace, you make sure you strip them of skills. And this is what I've learned. And so now I know where the real power is. The only difference between rich people and poor people is the skills that they have, is the knowledge that they have. Now, skills doesn't necessarily have to be something where you're creating something. Skills could also be from a mental dexterity standpoint. And that's what I did in learning how to trade. I took the steps, I went through the courses, I learned how to trade. Then, after I did it, I started going out sharing this information with other people based on my success. Now, I have to tell you something. When I shared this with my family, the first thing my family said to me was, well, when you make some money, let me know. I don't know if you out there like that. You may have a family like that, but that's how mine was. I ain't believe in nothing, make some money. I remember I made my first $1 million and I couldn't wait to share it, and I shared it with them. And I just knew that once I made $1 million, that would inspire them to want to come aboard with me. Just didn't happen like that. When I made $2 million, just didn't happen like that. $3 million, just didn't happen like that. I'm talking about family and friends. And then I realized something. Family will celebrate you while family will tolerate you, while strangers will celebrate you. And so one of the things I found out was I found my crowd among strangers. I started teaching them, and that's how I met Estella. I met her, and she got enrolled in our program, and I started teaching her how to trade. I told her it has nothing to do with age. You can learn this. One of the things, the reason why my students are successful is because I've created a copy-paste system. I trade in the markets every day. As you can see, my computer's behind me. And as I trade the market every day, I send my students trades so they can just copy what I'm doing and make money. I want to make sure that you hear exactly what I just said. I send them trades, and that's how Estella start making money. Guys, if there was a way that I could teach you a skill, but not only teach you the skill, I could also send you the trades that I'm taking, and all you have to do is copy and paste those trades to make money. Would you be interested? If I made it so simple to where it was hands-free, would you be interested? Where you could learn and earn at the same time. And this is what has made us extremely popular. This is why we've touched so many lives around the world. And the reason why we've touched this many lives is because I have tangible proof. I don't speak from the place called wish. I speak into the place called reality. And one of the things that we start doing, one of the things that start happening, when I start calling those things that be not as though they were, and I start speaking that millionaire status over my life, it wasn't long before things just begin to click, things begin to make sense. Now, I'm not trying to make this magical or whimsical. I'm trying to tell you that I had the faith to persevere, to learn what I was learning. And as a result, guess what, guys? Now, I'm living in my dream home. Well, we would say my dream estate. I have several of my dream cars, but that's not where I want to hang my hat. This is where I want to hang my hat. I have 3 children, and one of my children is my precious African king. One of my desires was, when I learned this skill, I want to teach them to do the same thing. So I taught my children. Yeah, I taught my 18-year-old now. I taught my 16-year-old. I taught my 14-year-old. Each one of them have their own financial testimonies from what I've taught them on how to trade. When I trade, they trade with me. One of their homework assignments is, you must learn this skill. If you're going to get the beat down for anything, you're going to get the beat down in my house for not learning this skill. Why? Because I'm empowering my children, right? I'm empowering them to learn this skill. And now that they have the skill, guess what they're doing? They're starting their own movement where they're teaching 12 to 17-year-olds how to trade in the foreign exchange market. No, you didn't hear what I just said. What they're doing now, I know what the Wall Street is going to look like in this next season of everybody's life. I'm bringing Wall Street to your street. I'm creating generational wealth. And the gentleman, Ontarian, he put this call together because he saw something that he wanted you to see. He's introduced me to you, his network, and he's only doing that because he knows that the information that we have is viable. He would never turn you onto something that he didn't know and see proof from as well. And guys, I need you to hear me. All I'm trying to do is empower you with something that was taken away from us, give you the information that was stripped from us, show you a skill that can empower you. I don't care if you're single. Listen, I told the lady this, I said, listen, you're single and you're broke. One of those I can fix. Now, the one I need you to let me fix is the one that's putting some money in your pocket, because maybe the man you're looking for is in Paris while you're still over here in Washington. See, I want you to understand, guys, you need to hear me, and you need to hear me well. When you learn this skill will set you apart, right? You'll set you apart. Now, this school that we're connected to, that I'm introducing you to today, one of the things that I love about it is, and I'm an advocate for it. I'm an advocate for it right now. One of the things I love about it is you can learn at your pace. You can learn at your leisure. The system is so easy to learn from. We have courses that take you from the beginner's level all the way to the intermediate and the advanced levels. And guess what? I teach, I coach, I train every week with my team while you're doing it. We take a very hands-on approach. That hands-on approach, that mentorship that you're going to have is going to catapult and speed your success. It took me years to get to this place. It's not going to take you that long to get where I am. I'm going to make sure that we hold you by the hand to where you learn this skill. But not only that, we have products and tools I'm going to teach you how to use right from your cell phone. Now, here's a true story. I was diagnosed with a learning disability when I was younger, and they wanted to put me on medicine. They told my mom, the way they sold it to her was, he'll be normal in the classroom. I don't even know if any of y'all can relate to that. But my mama was Pentecostal, and y'all probably can tell how I talk right now. Pentecostal, and I'll never forget this. She said this to me in front of the counselor that was saying they had a learning disability. This is what she said. She said, ma'am, I hear what you say, and I know you're an expert, but we're going to pray this off my son. That's what mama said. Mama said we're going to pray it off of him. Now, here's a true story. They took me to the altar. They prayed for me, put all on me and everything. And it seemed like the more they prayed, the dumber I got. And I remember telling my mom, I said, Mom, I just want the pill. Give me the pill. Because the lady, the counselor, made the pill seem magical. Are you hearing me? And so I just wanted the pill. But I need you to understand something. It was those days of having a mother full of faith that moved me into the place where I am right now. People ask me this, Spiller, why are you still doing this? Right now, now guys, I'm not going to brag on myself. I'm only going to say research me. Instagram me, whatever you want to do, and you'll find out I'm probably one of the top 4 speakers of my complexion in the world on this subject. And here I am now giving it back to people. Why? Because there's a dream that has still yet been deferred among people of my complexion. I'm going to say it again. There's a dream that is still yet deferred among people of my complexion. Well, among all complexions, because if you're not rich, you're on the other side. I need 50 of you to hear exactly what I said. If you're not rich, you're on the other side, and it doesn't matter what color you are. And so one of the things that I'm doing, one of the things that I'm trying to help people do is see that this is not as hard as you think it is. But if you give me the opportunity, I can teach you the skill. Now, this is also connected to a business model. I'll talk to you about that at a later moment. But what I really want to make sure that you are hearing tonight is that there's a skill that you can learn, and then you can learn and
Oh, one second, Doc. One second.
sorry.
All right, you good.
Okay. There's a skill that you can learn, and ladies and gentlemen, you can learn and earn at the same time. Well, let's get down to the enrollment. It is an enrollment fee that comes with this, and Estella, like with so many others, have done it. I have more than 30,000 students worldwide who are learning this skill on a daily basis, but all of them had to go through the same process and enroll in the program. Now, there are two ways that you can enroll. You can enroll based on your finances. If you're in a position where you can't pay your tuition up for like 3 months or 6 months or a year, we do have where you can enroll as a student for a one-time enrollment of $225. Now, with this enrollment, there is a monthly tuition that's due thereafter of $164 a month. But I want people to understand with the tuition, if you hear my voice, the account that you're going to be trading from with me is the account that we're going to be growing. And what I teach people how to do is, why not pay your tuition with the money that we earn from trading together? And so that's one of the things I've done. And can you imagine people making a weekly withdrawal that they can tangibly see out of an account that they're going to hold? Because I won't have the account. We teach you how to open up your own account, yours in your name, where you're the only one that can make the deposits, you're the only one that can make the withdrawals. This is not something where I'm going to take your money for you. No, it's not like that. What this is, it's a shared program where you and I work synergistically together to be able to give you the desired outcome from your trading. And so from that, guys, $225, $164, but there's a scholarship program that comes with this. Now, the scholarship program is called 2 and Free. You may know some people that want to learn this skill. Why? Because write this down. I have a 72-hour turnaround system for you to start seeing profit from your trades. I have a 72-hour turnaround system where you can start seeing profits from your trades. Why 72 hours? Because there's a refund, a 100% refund in 7 days. I want you to understand why I'm saying that. Why 100% refund in 7 days? Because I don't want to play with your money. And I don't want people to play with my time. So I'm very honest about that. I want people to see money within that 72-hour period. And once they see money within that 72-hour period, let the money speak. Let the proof speak, right? Let you see it. And then when you see it, then you say to yourself, because I'm one of the people who I say, prove it. I'm always that person. And that's how I was when this was presented to me. I'm like, prove it, prove it. Now, if you prove it and I see the results, then I know the practice must be valuable. I'm gonna say it again. If you prove it and I see the results, I'm the type of person I won't argue with you. I just want to know the practice. Because if I get the practice, I'm gonna get the same results. If I get the principle, I'm gonna get the same results. And so that's why we do that. I said 72 hours. Now, everybody doesn't do that. But I do that because I want to prove to people that trading actually works. We do have it where you can pay up 3 months in advance, 6 months in advance, 12 months in advance. That's another side of the program that we'll be happy to go over with you so that you can understand what we're doing. Now, before you get off, there is, and this is connected to a network marketing company. However, I need you to understand, I never asked you to recruit anybody. No one asked me to, I didn't ask you to make a list. I didn't ask you to call people. I didn't ask you to talk to anyone. What I'm simply talking about now is you learning the skill. But I do not want you to look and say, oh, it's a network marketing company. No, that's what we are. And that's how I get the information out to you. I'm doing what I'm doing right now because it was a network marketer who introduced this to me. I believe in the skill. I believe in the system. And I'm just carrying the message through this model. Now, guys, if you're here right now and you're interested in just learning or getting more information or knowing more, we'll open up ourselves to be able to do that for you through whatever medium that Ontarian has set up and Estella has set up for us to be able to get that information to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to digress right now. I said a lot, but hopefully then what I said, you'll be able to hear my heart in what I was saying. Ontarian, I'm going to turn this back over to you. If there's any questions you have for me, sir, I love to answer them if it pertains to an audience getting more information.
Dr. Spiller, fantastic information, my friend. I'm blown away here. And first time I've heard your story. I've seen you around. Stella's told me about you, but now I'm sold, brother. I am on you. So Well, let me ask you this, because you shared a lot of information, a lot of great information, and I'm sure a lot of people may have questions here. Okay, so you talked about hands-free trading.
Certainly.
You talked about hands-free trading, right?
Yes.
There's a way to literally copy and paste what you do on a daily basis so that while we're learning, we're making money. Is that pretty much what it was?
That's what I've done so that people will find interest in what I was doing. When we first initially started, to be honest with you, there was no learning and earning. There was just learning.
Mm-hmm.
But God gave me this mission and I'm carrying it out. And I start discovering that if people were making money while they were learning, they had more of a proclivity to stay connected to the actual network that we put in place for them. So that's where we introduced the learning and earning concept, where a person is just mirroring what I'm doing and earning money at the same time off of my labor and effort. So that's one of the things that we do to affirm so that the person can be aware. And then the next thing I did was said, let's do it in 72 hours, right? We have a 7-day refund policy. Let's do it in 72 hours so that a person can see within that time period whether or not this is logistically going to work for them. And so that's what we did for them as well. So I backed this up by putting measures in place so that my student customers can see some immediate success.
Absolutely. Okay, that's great. That's phenomenal. I mean, I've been in the online marketing space for quite some time, and the numbers that I give people when they join me in particular opportunities, affiliate opportunities, give yourself 30 to 90 days to see some momentum. You're saying 72 hours. That's life changing. And I don't care if someone makes $10, $5, that is going to that's going to wake somebody up
Yes.
when they see that happens. And I know that you've been doing it for a long time. So people will win here for sure. The other thing is, and Estella shared this with me, we also have a way for people to our team, for people just to invest and trade and have their money traded for them. Is that true as well?
Yes, there's a way. Well, what happens is there's an that offers these options for people to actually have their money traded for them while they're learning, so that they can get that done, so they can go about their day and still have the option, or have that option if they so choose for that option.
Absolutely. Okay. Let me see here. So I'm going to probably turn it over to the audience here. Does anyone have any specific questions for Dr. Spiller? Any specific question? Dr. Spiller, tell us about some testimony. I know Estella, she is killing it in the markets. She made, of course, the title of this webinar, she made $8,500 in minutes.
Yes.
Trading. How is she able? And Estella, you can come on in, sister, and let everybody know that too. But you have some things in place, Dr. Spiller, some software, some things that is going to help trading like a whole lot easier. Is that right?
That is definitely correct. I was actually going to show you some of the things that we are doing,
Okay.
so that the audience can kind of see it as well.
Okay.
It'd kind of be, for the most part, you'd have to be a trader to understand it, but I can at least show them, just some of the things that we teach to make it easy, so that they'll have something that they can look to for what we're going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen real quick with the audience, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
All right, hold on 1 second here. Let's get this going. And I don't want to intimidate them, but I'll just show them some things that we have here. Hold on. Here we go. What I've done is, you'll see the screen.
Oh yeah, we see you.
Okay, and so what I've done is I've made this simple. Okay, this is my software. This is what I use to actually trade with. It's not a software that we make available to students, but it is software that we teach from, so the students can do it themselves. My whole thing is about them doing it themselves. And I'll give an example. I want the audience who's listening to me today, I just asked you a real quick question, and this is how we simplified it. I want you to see this red arrow right here. Does anybody see that red arrow?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see this red arrow? All right, this red arrow is what I've designed that when these candles is what we call them, gets into this area, when it's time for us to enter the market, you'll get a sell arrow that tells you to sell this all the way until you get a green arrow, which basically means to get out or look for it to go back up the other way. This is some of the things that we teach you guys, so that even though you're looking at this and saying, what is this? Guys, I want to make it simple. I'm going to ask you a question right now. If I said, every time you see this red arrow, sell, could you do that? Yeah, you could. I'll just tell you to sell. And I'll tell you, guys, every time you see this green arrow, I'll tell you to buy. Could you do that? Right? That's all I do. Right? When you first get involved, all I'm going to do is red arrow means what? Sell.
Yeah.
Right now, and we wait for a green arrow. And what does the green arrow mean?
That's buy.
Do you see that? So, Ontarian, just that simple. Could you do this on your own?
Oh man, very easy with that, with those arrows. Absolutely.
Right. And so, guys, there's a lot that goes into what I'm showing you right now. There's a whole lot that goes into what I'm showing you right now. But, guys, I need you to understand, right? I need you to understand what we can do with this is next level, right? And what I mean by next level, if you give us the opportunity to show you just a simple system, and I can go to any currency pair, Ontarian, because we're trading like, and you can see this, right? You see this green arrow?
Mm-hmm.
What does that green arrow mean?
He's buy.
Right. Let's go back, right? We got in this trade way over here, and I'm going to show it to you. And then we can talk about the money that we did together just from something like this. And I'll show you. Hold on one second. Let me find. All right. Now, do you see this, Ontarian?
I do.
That red arrow right there?
Uh-huh.
And I'm hoping that your audience sees it as well.
You guys see that?
I'm hoping the audience is seeing this as well. We've made it easy. What does that red arrow mean, guys?
Facebook too.
That means sell. Do you see that?
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Right. And so
Big
that's all we do.
wow.
All right. Did you say this is on Facebook too?
The red, so it looks like, and I don't want to get too technical on the
Yeah, don't worry about it.
the red is the resistance. Is that the resistance area?
Basically, yes. It gets into this resistance area and it gives you a good entry.
Okay. And then at the bottom, when it gets to the support, you know, looking for a buy.
Right. And then what we do is we put you in a good buy opportunity.
So everyone that joins us in this, Dr. Spiller, is able to get it.
Can we ask your audience, do they understand? Could they do something simple as see a red arrow? We teach them what the red arrow means buy, and the green arrow means, the red arrow means sell, the green arrow means buy. Do y'all see how simple this is?
Did you guys see that? How simple that is? Those of you tuning in on Facebook, you guys see how simple that is? Red arrow means to sell. Green arrow means to buy. You see, guys see that? Simple. This is a phenomenal tool here, Doc.
Okay. And that's what one of the things that we see. It can be used for anything, any pair.
Wow.
Any pair.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay. So listen, I'll turn that back over to you and Estella. If there are any questions, I can answer those for them as well.
All right. Let me look on the chat first here on the webinar here. Let me scroll up because I did see a question. It says, let's see here. So we got it on top of the, I think this is what she's saying. On top of the fees, do we have to invest? That's what the question.
Let's do this. So here's a question. So you pay your monthly tuition to the school. right? And the school teaches you how to trade. That's where your enrollment and your monthly tuition. What you choose to invest is what you choose to invest. And now most brokerages start their investment at $100. So if you wanted to start trading, you would start that investment at $100. And so for those of you who would want to start, you can start, I mean, as little as $100, guys. Who doesn't have $100? I hate to make it sound like that, but essentially to watch and see what the market can actually do for you.
Mm-hmm. Very, very affordable, Doc. Very affordable.
Thank you, brother. Any other questions?
We got, let's see, this is another question. The option to have the trades done for you are the signals sent by Dr. Spiller.
Yeah, what we do is we just send you signals that we take. You can copy those signals and paste it right into MetaTrader 4.
All right. Someone else said, can you use this for Nadex?
Yes, you can. You can use it for anything. I predominantly trade Forex, but the principles are the same.
Okay.
It's just Forex allows me to get in with a lot less money than some of these other trading platforms, right? And that's why we're putting people onto the Forex market.
Gotcha.
How many hours per day do we have to spend on it? That's going to be up to you. It's up to you on how many hours a day you actually want to spend on doing this.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be your call. Now, somebody asked me how many hours I spend a day. Guys, when you can trade and make $10,000 a day, then you tell me how much time you're going to give.
You don't need that long at all, brother. Literally minutes, Doc.
Minutes, man. Literally minutes.
It's crazy. Guys, are you understanding what we have here? Are you understanding what we have here, guys? You learn this skill, and we broke it, as you can see, we broke it down to you so simplistic. Red arrow, green arrow. Okay, if you can follow that, you can make money here. And plus, while you're learning all the technical about candles and support and resistance, you can copy and paste Dr. Spiller's trades. I mean, how easy can it get, guys? This is true passive income. You don't have to learn sales funnels. You don't have to call your friends and family. You don't have to do none of that stuff. Just come in here and learn a skill. The skills to pay the bills is what I call it, Doc. Skills to pay the bills.
We have a particular, when we talk about copying and pasting, we have a particular service that our company has, and I'd like to show that too. Just 1 second. And this is something that our company has put together that's really allowing a lot of people to actually make money from what we do. I want to show them this. Mm-hmm. It's called Price Trap. And I'm actually teaching my students something very simple. And don't laugh because it's going to be that simple. You're going to be like, no, it can't be that easy. And I've discovered the people that don't want us in on this information didn't want it to look easy. But this is something that we teach here through our copy-paste system with ImarketsLive. And so what you're seeing is I teach colors, right? It's very simple. I teach colors. And when we teach colors, we teach these colors so people can understand, right? We teach like red, and then when it goes green, when it turns back red, you get back in the trade, right? That's what we teach. Like anybody can do this, red, green, and then red again, right? And so all I'm doing is I'm teaching colors, guys, to people, showing them how easy this is, right? And I mean it. So it's just like this. And I told Estella, all we do is red, wait for it to go green, and then when it goes red again, you enter the trade and look at this money that you're making when you enter this trade. And you're going to understand this as we get together and I begin to coach, teach, and mentor you on how we're doing this. And so, guys, I don't want this to seem technical because it's not. But you tell me, can you match colors? I'm going to teach you a color cycle that you can use to start making money in the markets immediately. Just a plain, simple color cycle. And when you learn this color cycle, you'll be talking about red, green, red, green, red, green, and then it'll help you. What if you're, here's a question they ask. What if you are a person who knows nothing about trading at all? That's where we take you by the hand and listen to me. And we walk you step by step to be able to do this. You're not going to get lost in the mix. Not only that, I have trained educators that come on every day along with what this university has. And all we do is take our time. I'm listening. You just have to experience it. We take our time and we explain to you what's going on. And let's just say you're having some difficulty grasping. There are one-on-ones that we also give to help you out so that you can understand. So you can even get that one-on-one. Just if you feel intimidated by asking things in an open forum, get some one-on-one time so that really can help you take this thing to the next level. We do not want you intimidated when it comes to this. And if you commit to learning the skill, we'll commit to mentor you to help you take it to the next level.
So Doc, we have all the corners, you know, pretty much covered for anyone from starting at zero, going to expert level. We got them covered here on the team.
Yeah. And they were asking, is it live or pre-recorded? Both. The live sessions will also be recorded so you can go back and watch them over and over again.
Okay. That's good to know there as well. I guess we got some Facebook questions. Christina says, so it's $228 for tuition plus $164 a month for enrollment.
Right.
Is that right?
That's $225.
$225 for tuition, and then $164 a month for the enrollment. Is that what it is?
Right.
Okay. Kenny said, how long do we get your trades, Doc? How long do we get your trades?
Until God takes me home, bro. I'm doing this forever.
There you go.
I don't stop, man. Look, I have 30,000 people that take my trades. Look, that's a lot of the people depending. Some of them are doing their own trades now, though.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, with the tools and the teaching that, you know, we have here, man, you know, people, how long does it usually take for someone, usually if they're starting from ground zero, to be on their own, usually? If they're coming to the trainings, if they're following the rules, how long on average?
At one point, I used to say 18 months.
Okay.
I don't say it anymore because we've simplified the process even more.
That's not bad.
It's a forever learning skill, but for less than $2,000 in an education, less than $2,000 in an education. Look, let's equate it. It took me $2,000 to make over 8 figures. I think it's worth it.
That's definitely worth it.
I mean, so by the trade cent, we actually give you access to something called Telegram. It's an app that you can have right on your phone. Send you the trades right to an app right on your phone. So your phone will vibrate when you get a trade.
Okay.
We get that to you. That was a question that was asked in the chat.
So we got some people that want to ask Estella. Estella, are you there, sister?
Yes, I am.
We got some people wanting to know. A couple of them said they want to know what you invested to make $500. What type of account? Of course, you got to have a bigger account, guys, to make that kind of money.
Of course you do. I mean, you know, if you're going to start with $100, you can't expect to make $8,500.
Exactly.
You know, I worked my way up that way. I trade a couple of other, the US 30, which is something uncommon and for the beginner. So I don't recommend that, but you can make a lot of money. The principles are all the same. So with that being said, I mean, of course, my accounts are a lot bigger than $100. Please excuse me. As you know, I have 12 grandchildren. I told you all that. So they live here with, not all of them live with me here in the house, but still, please excuse the background noise. If you have any other questions, you know, I definitely just follow Dr. Spiller's principles, you know, and if you can follow those principles, you can make a lot of money and be disciplined to walk away. There was a time that I wasn't disciplined to walk away. I am now.
All right, Stella, thank you for that. So hopefully that answers you guys your question there. And yeah, so with trading, guys, don't expect to get rich overnight, especially if you invest just $100. You have to practice what's called risk management, and you're going to learn more about that here inside of our team. You
Yes.
got to practice risk management, or you won't do well here. You got to be disciplined. You got to be patient and understand that particular factor. Is that about right, Doc?
That's 100%, sir. You got that right. Got that right. 100% right.
Ty Bryan said, "How many trades do you take a day, Doc?"
I'm a trend trader, so I only take good setups. It could be sometimes one a day, sometimes 5.
Okay.
Just depends on what the market gives. We trade what the market gives. I don't pressure the market. You don't chase trades. I would say trading is like hunting. You don't chase the animal. You let the animal come to you, and that's the same way with the market. You want to let the market come to you, watch what it does, and then once it responds, then you respond. Do we lose trades? Yes, we do. We don't make money every day in trading, guys, and I don't want it to seem like we do. I'm always very honest in making sure that I'm not over-promising. I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver. And by that, I'm just saying there are trades you may see, oh, we took a loss there, but it's okay. The overall objective is to beat the bank. And what I mean by that, how much does the bank pay you on your money since they had it? And if I'm giving, you're making more than what you're making at your bank. I had to tell a person one time that had a $100 account. She said, I only made $5 today. I was like, that was phenomenal.
That was great.
I said, yeah, $5. I thought it was going to be more than that. I said, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go to Chase. I want you to put $100 in their top savings account. I'm not going to let you do it with $100. So go get a regular savings account with $100, and I want you to sit it in that account. And then I want you to tell me how long it's going to take for that bank to pay you $5 off of that 100.
Man, eons.
I had to give her that proper perspective. I said, we're beating the bank. If you're listening to me live, does that make sense? Does it make sense to say if you made $5 in one day, your only investment was $100? Do you understand the rate of return on that? And that's not something that's out there. Now, I'm not trying to paint unrealistic objectives here. I'm saying that this is what happens when people are trading with us. As a matter of fact, let me show you some trades that people took with us today. Let me show you the trades, some trades that people took just from some things I sent out. And these probably won't be impressive to some of you who are hard to impress, but I'm going to make sure that I show you just some trades. This is from one of my groups that I'm going to bring on. Hold on one second. All right, this is from one of my groups, and we took some trades. I told them, post the results. Now, this is what we do. We talk here every day in these groups. And these are all my groups chats around the world where I'm talking to people, coaching people, giving answers. As you can see, smiling faces and all kind of faces. Hold on for one second. I was looking for, okay. Now, so you'll see we trade indices. That's NAS 100. But I want you to see the numbers here. Ontarian, I want them to understand what they're looking at. Okay. 0.02 is not 2 cents. It's actually 20 cents.
Okay.
But look at what they did with 20 cents.
Wow.
They multiplied it and caused 20 cents to become $31.28.
Wow.
I want your audience to understand the multiplication here. The next one, 0.50 is $5. They took $5 and multiplied it 10 times to make $57.58. The next time they did $5 and they turned $5 into $106.84. I just want the people who are listening to me to see what's actually happening. GBP USD, $100. That was actually that's not $1. That's actually $10. And you turn $10 into $100, $10 into $43, $10 into $60. I just want you to see what's happening here. Here's another person that made money with me today. Here's another person. They've made $15.75. This is, guys, do you see the date? The date on here says 10/1/2019. That was what day?
That was today.
Okay. So this is not old trades, guys. These are trades from, do you see 10-1? That's today. That's not yesterday. That's not the day before. 10-1. I just want you to see, this is not something old. This is recent, right? Here's another one. They took $40, but when? Today. Now, I want to ask you a question. You have a bank account. You can have a 401k. How much did you make today? Right? On your money. Because the overall objective of what we do is we show people how to do this. And I'm hoping, I'm really trying my hardest to impress you.
I'm impressed.
I'm hoping that I'm making an impression upon you.
I'm impressed.
This is something that you want to be a part of. All right, that'll do it for me, brother.
All right, brother. Hey, I appreciate it. Let me just look at one more question here, see what we have. Let's see. Any more questions, guys? All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you're as excited as I am. And Dr. Spiller, I have one more question for you, and it's obvious. Would you say this has to be the best way to generate passive income in the online space?
Right now, yes. I think it's the only way. I think. Let me put it like this. I can honestly say there's no better place to put your money but in your trust. There's nothing out there in the industry right now, not in the marketplace, that I've seen from an online point of view that's giving people the ability to make money like this. I started a movement. They could go research it. There's research all over Instagram. I'm all over there with what we've done with college kids. I maybe don't know. I have one college kid on my team who makes $62,500 a week. He's 23 years old.
23 years old. Wow.
His name is Bryce Thompson. Bryce Thompson's 23. There's another guy's name is Nate. Nate's 19 years old. He makes $130,000 a month. I can go down the list of what I've done here recently and what we've done as a team here recently. This year, under the age of 25, I've helped create 27, make sure you heard that, 27 kids under the age of 25 that are making more than 6 figures a month. 27 this year. Research that, ladies and gentlemen. Please research that. 27 under the age of 25 that's making at least $130,000 a month.
Wow.
Hopefully that answers all of the questions at that point. Research it, right? They go by the name Trade House on Instagram. Research it. That's who we are. That's what we've helped people be able to accomplish and do, and they're doing an excellent job. The leader of that movement, there are a couple leaders. They're both brothers, Bryce and Brandon Thompson. Phenomenal kids, but they're leading a movement to reach college kids around the world. We're actually giving them a real education, and that's what's changing everything. It's a real education.
This is the real deal. I wish that I didn't go to college, and I wish I came across this skill a long time ago, Doc.
Good.
And you know what? There's no time like the present. I know a lot of people on here are feeling the same way. Man, where has this been? Why haven't I heard about this? Or maybe you heard about it before, but you didn't take action. Let me just tell you this, guys. You've heard enough on this webinar tonight to make a decision. You have two decisions. The first decision is you get off this webinar and do absolutely nothing. That means you go back to work tomorrow. You keep doing the same old mundane things that giving you the same results over and over and over again. Or number two, you can take the information that you've heard tonight and take action. Learn this skill, commit, focus with us, and set yourself free financially going into the year 2020. The choice is yours, guys. A lot of you are sick and tired. You're ready for a change. You're strapped financially. You don't know what to do. But somehow this webinar, somehow this information leaked into your lap, some kind of way. And we don't call that a coincidence, guys. That is a divine appointment. A divine appointment. You're not going to hear this again. All right? You're not going to see something like this again. The time is now.
Yes.
The time is now. All right? So guys, in order to get started, you know where to find me. You know where I am. I'm on Facebook. My phone number's out there. This video is going to go viral. It's going to go on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, the link to join is going to be below this video. But I'm looking forward to partnering with many of you. Again, when we get back from out of town, we're actually going to fly out to Houston, my wife and I, and we're going to be masterminding with Spiller and his team and Estella. We're going to be setting things up to really take this mainstream. And I'm looking to travel nationwide or however far that we have to go to teach people this skill, because it is so vital, guys. With the click of a mouse or your simple cell phone, copy and paste, guys. While you're learning, you're earning. Copy and paste. You just saw proof right there, undeniable proof. No one can take it away that we can help you succeed financially. How would you like to be in a community like that? How would you like to be a part of a movement like that? You got a couple of guys, few guys, many. Dr. Spiller said 27. Many. He's created millionaires, guys, multiple 6-7 figure earners under the age of 30 years old. Think about that. And think about what you could, and I want you to think mainstream too. I want you to think beyond your scope. Think about this. You learn this skill. All right. Now I'm talking about generational wealth now. You learn this skill. Now you can pass it on to your kids. They learn the skill. They can pass it on. We're talking about a legacy here, guys. We're not just talking about making money. Hopefully you got the message here is generational wealth, building a legacy. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do, guys. So thank you, Doctor. It's been phenomenal, brother. Hey, I'm excited all over again. I want to sign up all over again.
Come on now. I love it. Well, guys, thank y'all so much. Ontarian, thank you for having me on. I'd like to do this with you again soon.
All right, my man. Hey, we'll be in touch. Guys, get started today, and the sky's the limit. God bless everybody. Have a good one.